Bonjour tout le monde. J'aimerais partager avec vous un extrait du voyage que j'ai fait avec ma femme en Europe pour notre 25e. En fait, je vais vous présenter ce que j'ai filmé à Éphèse, en Turquie. Donc, on se place un peu géographiquement. Alors ici, vous avez Rome, la botte romaine. Juste ici, vous avez la Grèce. Et dans notre voyage, on est allé à Éphèse. Maintenant, Éphèse, ici, je suis dans Google Earth. Si vous voulez voir Éphèse de proche, tapez ce drôle de nom. S-E-L-C-C-D-U-Q-K, pardon. Et puis, ça va vous amener très proche. Alors, on va regarder ça de visu. Alors, on se rapproche. Voilà. Désolé pour les vibrations. Alors, vous avez cette ville-là. Et Éphèse, que je ne me trompe pas, elle est juste... ici. Alors, Éphèse est là. Vous voyez cette demi-lune ici, là? Ça, c'est le théâtre. Alors, dans notre voyage, on est arrivé par autobus. On va descendre la grande allée qui est ici. Et puis, on va tourner comme ça. Vous allez voir, évidemment, les ruines. Ce qui est surprenant, c'est que c'est complètement inhabité. Et puis, vous allez m'entendre tout au long passer mes petits commentaires, pas toujours utiles, mais soyez patients. Vers la fin du vidéo, la guide, nous explique Paul à Éphèse. Et c'est là c'est le pourquoi que je vous partage ce vidéo. Donc, juste à côté de Selçuk, en Turquie. Bon visionnement.
No well, no waterfall, no life. So clean water, drinkable water, very important. Made a little mistake in the lead inside lead. For currency, for fluid the water, they use a little lead, and lead may be poisoning, especially
Si j'ai bien compris, les tuyaux amenaient de l'eau, mais de l'eau pas très bonne, empoisonnée. C'est un théâtre pour les gens de politique. Ce n'est pas pour les spectacles. C'était pour écouter les orateurs. Il n'y a pas de corde partout. On peut toucher à volonté. C'était des magasins à l'époque romaine. Il y a des morceaux de poterie ou de trucs romaines partout. Alors des magasins.
Coming back, you know? Like in the good old days. Family eating, sleeping, toilet on the upper level, and on the ground level selling. They are selling the things.
Maison
Wine
dessus,
shops, oil
magasin en
shops,
dessous.
especially for lightning. They use the worst part.
Je suis étonné comment on peut être proche, touché.
Construction, restoration. Sometimes you see cherry trucks. Cherry trucks are still here because they are cherries. Yeah, they are original. They were heavy. We just evening, sunset time. So there is a hole. You will see it at the other side. There is a hole to empty the water.
Il vient d'expliquer que les roches noires sont des roches grecques et les roches blanches plutôt des roches romaines. Je suis très impressionné. Alors, César serait né d'une césarienne. C'est là l'origine du mot, semblerait. Alors, la vraie de vraie Nike, Nika en grec, avec les ailes. Roche noire grecque, roche blanche romaine. Un authentique choix turc. Route pour véhicules. Ici, c'était les trottoirs pour marcher. Et là, ici, c'était les magasins.
I sometimes help the archaeological works here. When we dig up, we don't find the columns like this. We find them horizontal. Broken. Yeah.
Right.
Not. Into the museum,
Les colonnes font la démarcation entre les lieux avec chevaux.
Right. Lost there, somewhere maybe in the area. And one of them is still there. He is Alexandros, but not the great Dr. Alexandros. Surgeon doctor, operator doctor. He's very important in the history because he's the first doctor. 1,900 years ago, he wrote.
Oh, look at me. Oh.
Cats are popular everywhere.
Oh, hello.
When I say BC AD, same as yours. We use Jesus Christ. Dedicated to Hadrian, Roman Emperor Hadrian. We have this at the moment, but the arch is under
Ce sont les mêmes qui ont bâti le mur d'Adrien en Angleterre.
Had a nice arch, and you can see it on the sign. Let me show you. The crème de la crème. Small but nice. So this happened, you know, in our time, if you are Christian church, if you are Jewish synagogue, they are ancient Greek, even though it's from a Roman building, they are Greek. Number one language was Greek here, even in the Roman age. To speak honestly, Greek was more common in the daily life. Even service and clean inside. Like a club. Yeah. No privacy. They could see each other, but men and women are not together. One sex is required. They had shifts. They had different hours. Different hours, yeah. Ladies and gents not together, but for gents and for ladies they made different shifts, different hours here, and they kept it clean all the time. But they had to pay for cleaning, for wine service, fruits, for the music. They had something like a chamber orchestra inside with acoustics. Öyle mi? Pardon, sizi görmedim ben. Pardon. But you see the canal next to your feet, canal, for good water. For plain water.
Pour l'eau propre est là. Les toilettes sont là. La guide m'a expliqué que les musiciens étaient proches des colonnes et jouaient de la musique douce, guitare, harpe, peut-être xylophone. Alors le ciment, c'est reconstitution, le marbre, c'est de l'original. Well, it seems pretty close. Un tuyau d'égout, là. Peut-être pour l'eau.
Only recycling water.
Oh, okay, so it's like a
Refreshing
fountain.
water, fountain, waterworks.
Could they drink from
waterworks. It was clean. It came to the canal with the pipe system underneath.
Okay.
Under the ground, they had a nice pipe system. Now we covered it because it's being damaged. We have pipes. We have mosaics, nice mosaics. They don't cover, yeah, very nice mosaics. They had plaster and pictures, colors. In their time, nobody saw those bricks. They were inside.
Lisez à peu près les mêmes années, donc c'est vraiment les Romains qui ont fait ça.
Best ever. Best ever in the city. For example, Paul, St. Paul, sometimes they say, why Paul came to Turkey? He didn't come to Turkey. He came to Ephesus. He came to this city. He was here. I will talk about it after the library. About Paul, there is a special section I will talk about. But here, I want to make something clear. The layers under our feet. Hittites, 5,000 years ago, they had a female dominance, mother dominant culture, the first one. So the mother goddess, coming from very early days, mother goddess culture coming from very early days. Today, we have Mother Mary. Our mother goddess is Mother Mary. Their mother goddess may be Artemis, maybe Aphrodite. They always had a mother goddess here.
La façade a survécu à 2-3 incendies puis 4-5 tremblements de terre. Mais tous les livres contenus sont disparus.
In daily life. Official writings, mostly about taxation in Latin. Up here? Walk on the top.
Tatam. À l'intérieur de la bibliothèque, donc dans mon dos, c'est la façade. C'est spectaculaire.
Greeks, about Romans, about Christians. Because before the Turks, everybody had been here. Don't misunderstand. I'm telling you the truth. We don't change the history. From time of Augustus.
La librairie et les arches, c'est
And on
romain.
the top of it, there were Latin writings. But the daily time, everybody could understand.
Encore des marchés.
But they use Latin, Egyptian, even Aramaic and Hebrew. Some Hebrew, Aramaic writings, they are found. It means Jewish shopkeepers made a graffiti here.
Original taggers.
Yes, that's right. Graffiti in Roman time. Yeah. And they wrote something here, but not Jewish maybe, we don't know, because the writing is half Greek, half Roman. There was a statue, as we understand. Behind the statue, some shopkeepers didn't want to spend money for toilets. They did naughty things behind the statue, they hide it. So it says, if you do it again, it gives a bad smell. Hecate, the goddess, which is responsible of such no. Everybody came from somewhere. Cosmopolitan.
Graffiti.
The Greek word agora means marketplace, shopping center. We are in the middle of the shopping mall right now. In their time, it was open air, always. Only shops, which you see with the nice brick arches there, stores, wine houses, some little hotels like our boutique hotels for overnight. They had everything.
How are you?
They had everything. My ex-boyfriend. So here, all the shops around, but there were one road over here near the hill, one road over there, two different entrances to the port with the carriages. They say they have a ship. And from here, not too far, 2 kilometers to the harbor. At the other side of the way. Largest in the world. So it shows us it's a big city. Big population, big city. Too many shops, hundreds of shops. But when the biblical groups are coming, we mostly take them to this side because those shops over there by the wall, they were the silver and gold stores. Gold and silver shops. Silversmith Demetrius owned tens of shops here. This is mentioned in Bible, Act of Apostles book, chapter 19, Act 19, talking about this Ephesus and the marketplace here. Because when he came, he didn't come from the top like we did. He came from the harbor, from here. And maybe you heard, he first came to the shopping center, Agora, talk with the people. But Demetrius and his friends heard him. He said, don't believe in the gods made by human hands. What it means? Sorry, in the pagans' time, they made the replica statues of all the gods. And they sold them here, especially Artemis. And the biggest industry, replica statues. Gold, silver, ivory, whatever, wood, whatever. Silver statues, gold statues, bronze statues, replica, big one, small one. Everybody buys one when they come here. If Paul says, don't believe in these statues, and if he breaks one in the middle of the agora, what happens? They are against Paul. They are not against Paul because of religion only, because of money.
Yes.
Business. If Paul makes the people Christian, if nobody buys the statues, if everybody buys crosses, what happens? They lose business. They lose money.
Make crosses.
Yes. Yeah, then they make crosses. That's a good option, of course, but in their time, they were in panic. So they followed Paul from here to the theater. Theater is this rock area where some people are seated on the seats, original theater, big theater. He passed to the theater, walkable distance, you see 2-3 minutes walk. And he started to preach there. And the shopkeepers here, they followed and they started to yell. They said, the great is Diana of Ephesians, the great is Artemis of Ephesians. For 2 hours, they yelled, they cried. And he didn't care first, Paul, but then they took him out and put him in jail on top of this hill at the end of the way in the harbor. His jail, it used to be a watchtower, isolated from the people. The idea, they don't want to let him talking to anybody and make them Christian. This was the idea. So for 15 months, he was isolated. He wrote letters in jail to the Corinthians. Letters to Corinthians, which are in Bible, they are written here. Just for your information. Everybody was asking me. It happened here. This is the agora, this is the theater. Acoustics is still very good. He preached there. So everybody listened. We don't know how many people listened, but some people listened to him. And the shop owners were against him because of losing money. That's the point. And we are over here right now. This is agora, overlook.
Stone to play. Pick it up in the first place.
On the right, you will see the pillars and a very wide and long road. We call it in the guidebooks Cleopatra way. Way of Cleopatra in the guidebooks, because when she came to the harbor. But of course, Marc-Antoine, honestly, my field is Roman history, so Marc-Antoine was not a romantic lover, to be honest.
You had Cleopatra for a while.
Cleopatra was so ambitious. Marc-Antoine was a rough soldier. But how come, they fell in love, and to be polite, of course, they had an official marriage, that's right. By the time she came, they already had 2 children.
Oh, really?
Common. This is the real history. 1 boy, 1 girl. Girl was very little, like a baby, like 2 years old maybe. And as a first time, among public, from the harbor to the theater, hand in hand, as a husband and wife, they could walk here. Officially. By the way, Cleopatra did everything to be the official queen of Roman Empire as well. She was the queen of Egypt, but she wanted to join the East and West. And she wanted to govern in Europe as well. She was dying for it. That's why maybe it was not a love affair, but she was stick with Marc-Antoine. And Octavian, Augustus was after her to kill her and to kill her children. That's why she was safe here. For 8 months, she lived here. She visited the place, she walked on the road, and they make a story, but this is a story, just take it as a story. Before she came, they say Marc-Antoine, Ephesus had good wine, grapes, good wine. With the best red wine, she colored the marble road, white road, to welcome her with the best wine. He made her walk on the best wine, stepping on the best wine on the way. They say red carpet for Oscars come from this tradition. That's why we have red carpets, honoring the people. It honors the people. Like VIP, like celebrity. Make them feel like celebrity. This is
Le théâtre de l'émeute. Alors, je viens de monter les escaliers. C'est des escaliers très mal faits. Et je crois que je vais m'asseoir sur un authentique siège. Oh. Ouais, le théâtre grec d'Éphèse. En fait, c'est très gréco-latin, gréco-romain. Donc, grande est la Artémise ou Diane des Éphésiens. C'était ici. Grande est la Diane des Éphésiens. C'est vraiment... Je suis éberlué de voir que tout ça est à portée de main. Ouh. La prison de Paul. La prison de Paul. Juste de l'autre côté, c'est le quai. Maintenant, le shopping.